Welcome to Growing Inspiration, the podcast that nurtures your passion for the arts and creativity. I'm your host, Shana McLean, and I'm thrilled to take you on this delightful journey through the vibrant world of arts and culture. In each episode, you can expect engaging interviews with a diverse range of artistic and creative individuals. We'll delve into what inspires them, explore their unique creative processes, and discover how their art enriches their lives. Together, we'll uncover the beauty of literature, the performing arts, the visual arts, food, wine, and spirits, and the inspiration gained through travel. Whether you're a connoisseur or just beginning your exploration, our conversations will inspire you to deepen your understanding and appreciation of the arts. So get ready to discover new perspectives, spark your creativity, and join a community of fellow art lovers. Hi everyone, I have a short episode for you this week. Today is Ash Wednesday, the beginning of the Lenten season, which is celebrated in several Christian traditions as a period of reflection, repentance, and giving between Ash Wednesday and Easter. While people don't really sing Lenten carols, there is still a rich artistic tradition that includes music, paintings, and passion plays, which depict the crucifixion of Christ. One of my favorite associations with Lent is Johann Sebastian Bach's St. Matthäus-Passion, and the hymn that is a major component of the melody, O Sacred Head. Bach wrote the St. Matthew Passion in 1727 to be performed at the Good Friday service at St. Thomas's Church in Leipzig, Germany. He wasn't just a composer, he was the Thomas Cantor, a position in which he taught the boys' choir and developed music for the church services. Bach had written the St. John Passion 3 years earlier in 1724, and these are the only two surviving Passion settings, although Bach is believed to have written others. The St. Matthew Passion is an oratorio, which is a musical drama that uses music to tell a story instead of acting in costumes. It is a grand undertaking with 2 adult choirs, a children's choir, 2 orchestras, and soloists. The Passion presents the story of the events leading to Christ's crucifixion, including the Last Supper, his betrayal and arrest in Gethsemane, his trial, and ultimately his crucifixion and burial. Since the Passion was to be performed on Good Friday, the story ends tragically with Jesus in the tomb. Of course, the happy ending comes on Easter Sunday with the resurrection, which Bach celebrated in his Easter oratorio, which was originally written as a cantata, or a piece of multiple movements for voices and instruments, in April 1725. The text or libretto of the St. Matthew Passion is attributed to Picander, which was the pen name of Christian Friedrich Henrici. He was a poet who wrote the lyrics for several of Bach's works. In the drama, the character of the evangelist provides the biblical text in recitative, a style of singing that imitates speech rhythms and accents rather than musical composition. It is often used in operas, oratorios, and cantatas. The arios and chorales are poetic adaptations of the story, rather than word-for-word transcriptions. For these, Bach made use of old hymn texts and melodies, which would have been very familiar to the audiences, perhaps bringing their attention back to the story during the very long performance, over 3 hours long. One of the most well-known of these melodies is that which became the English hymn, O Sacred Head Now Wounded. Bach used this tune 5 times in the St. Matthew Passion, each time with different words, keys, and harmonies in order to provide different emphasis. Now for a little nerdy hymnody, the original melody, Herzlich tut mich verlangen, was composed by Hans Leo Hassler, who was a Lutheran composer and organist born in Nuremberg, Germany in 1564. It's been paired with the text O Haupt voll Blut und Wunden by Paul Gerhardt since they were published together in 1656. Gerhardt's text in turn was based on a Latin poem from the 1200s. Now let's talk about the text itself. What strikes me most is that it's so personal. It is spoken by a follower of Jesus who is distressed by the pain his friend is going through. This is particularly evident in the fourth stanza as translated by James Waddell Alexander in 1830. What language shall I borrow to thank thee, dearest friend, for this thy dying sorrow, thy pity without end? O make me thine forever, and should I fainting be, Lord, let me never, never outlive my love for thee. Many Lenten hymns tend to look upon the events of the crucifixion with distance and as part of a collective grief and repentance. But O Sacred Head invites us to connect personally with Christ's suffering. It's a mix of conviction and hope, beautifully harmonized by Bach. The hymn is beautiful on its own in Hassler's musical setting, but it achieves greater heights in Bach's hands and theme and variations. This is the genius of Bach's work. He was a brilliant composer in his own right, but he knew how to pull from others' creativity and to combine existing works in new ways to develop something new. In the St. Matthew-Passion, he used the Bible, Picander's libretto, and many other old hymn texts and melodies, including Hassler's Herzlich tut mich verlangen and Gerhardt's O Haupt voll Blut und Wunden. Then he messed with it by adjusting keys, moving words around, and finding new harmonies. Creativity doesn't have to mean birthing something brand new from your mind alone. Can a work ever truly be a new thought? Everything we have ever learned, experienced, heard, or read combines to give us a perspective, but it came from someone else first. The magic happens when we combine existing thoughts with our unique perspectives and experiences. So I want to leave you with a question today. What can you riff on? What song, story, painting, or poem can you look at through your lens and share with the world in a new way? Thanks for joining me today on Growing Inspiration. I hope this inspires you to explore your creativity during this Lenten season. Until next time, keep reflecting and creating. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Growing Inspiration. I hope you found today's conversation as inspiring as I did. If you enjoyed the show, please take a moment to subscribe and share it with your friends. To dive deeper into the world of arts and creativity, visit my website at gardenofmydelights.com for exclusive content and resources, including show notes. Don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter for the latest updates and insights. You can also connect with me on Instagram for more inspiration at Garden of My Delights. Until next time, keep nurturing your creativity and looking for beauty and wisdom all around you.